again, that's 866-225-5948, and I'm looking forward to helping you. Thanks.
Let's play.
Hi, Darby. This is Eli calling from Methodist Health System Education Program. I sent you an email on yesterday. The
Birds
team would like
don't
for
ask
us
if they
to
can
set up
swim.
an interview. So if you can reach out
Phones
to
don't
me here
ask if
in
they
the
can
email,
ring.
or you can call back at
They just do,
214-947-7671.
they just do. What's up, y'all? Stars don't ask if they can shine. Trees don't ask if they can climb. They just do, 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 do. Things just do. They just do. No explaining, no refraining, nothing to prove. They just do. Yeah. Bones don't ask if they can break. Hearts don't ask if they can ache. They just do, 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 do. They just do. Kids don't ask if they can grow up. Bombs don't ask if they can blow up. They just do, 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 do. Things just do. That's right. They just do. No explaining, no refraining, nothing to prove. They just do. No permission, no position, nothing to lose. And when you think that you're doing nothing, you're still doing something. Things just do. Come on, Linda. All right, we're gonna see if we can fix a little problem here. All right, we'll get there. All right. Fires don't ask if they can rage. Dreams don't ask if they can fade. They just do, 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 do. They just do. They just do. No explaining, no refraining, nothing to prove. They just do. No permission, no position, nothing to lose. And when you think that you're doing nothing, you're still doing something. Friends just do. They just do. They just do. Hey, everybody, stand up. Let's sing that Kong song, shall we? Come on in, Riff. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am whole. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am whole. Sing hallelujah to my hands. Sing hallelujah to my feet. Sing hallelujah for everything. Hallelujah to the sun. Hallelujah to the rain. Hallelujah for everything. Sing, I am healthy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am, believe it, y'all. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am whole. So sing hallelujah to my breath. Hallelujah to the air. Hallelujah for everything. Sing hallelujah to my heart. Hallelujah to my soul. Hallelujah to everything. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am whole. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am whole. That's my best Gino right there. And it's not a very good one.
TJ Moss!
It's good to be back, y'all.
And Sounds of Spirit. So go ahead and have a seat. So you realize the coolness of our center doubled when TJ Moss is in the room, right? It just doubles. So good morning, good morning. I had knee procedure. Look at that. It's the other leg, but still I could do that with this one. So if you were here last week, I've had knee replacement and it stuck. It wouldn't bend. So went in this last Thursday. Practitioners prayed their butts off. He bent the knee. So I'm here to tell you about it. So that's great. So I'm Kevin Busey. I have the great joy and honor of being the spiritual leader of our inclusive, thriving, progressive spiritual community, and I welcome you. And I wore today my fruit shirt in honor of Pride. So happy Pride. So I hope all of you are celebrating the pride of your authentic selves, right? That's the call. Our uniqueness, celebrating that as well. So what else have I got up here? Men's outing this Saturday. Men, we're meeting here at 10:30 and then carpooling together to a bird sanctuary in Del Mar. 11 o'clock, we'll hit the bird sanctuary, and then we'll have lunch afterwards around there. So if you're a guy or a guy identified and want to join us, please sign up at the Yes table so that we have your email, so we'll just send you a reminder. But I've heard great things about this bird sanctuary, so we're going to go check it out. Okay, there's that, and then Alicia's going to talk about Wednesday night.
My name is Alicia Richard, and I am doing an evening of my one-woman show, Alicia's Light, the parking lot poems. And you're like, what do you mean by a parking lot poem? Well, what I do is my performance starts on the stage and ends up in the audience, what I call in-your-space poetry, because poetry, good poetry, is an energy exchange. And it's all about my journey in transition, but really it's more about my transformation and becoming the best person, the best version of myself that I discovered after I accepted who I was. And I hope to inspire you to find a choice or two to make in your life that can help you find your best self. 6:30 on Wednesday. The show's about a 55-minute show, and then I'll do a question and answer, kind of an ask me anything about my writing, my transition, my performing, anything you want. Hope you can make it.
Hi, I'm Simon. I run the youth ministry here. Hi, it's Achilles, my son. We are doing a family yoga next Sunday from 3 to 4:30. If you know any families, my partner Gael is going to be running the yoga. And Alana and Brienne, Gabriel's partner, are going to be running a sensory experience for younger children. So again, if you know anybody who is interested in seeing the center or just interested in doing something with their kids, we will be putting that on here in the sanctuary, 3 to 4:30 next Sunday. And we would love to see anybody that wants to join too. I hope you guys have a great day. And if there are any youth, I'll be in the side room, and we're going to be doing a nice little craft today with Achilles, and he's going to direct us through. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm here to announce a special workshop that's going to take place on Saturday, August 2nd. It's You Were Born for This, the wisdom of Ho'oponopono in ancient Hawaiian practice. And so I join you to come participate with us. It invites us to return to the divine essence of who we are through the ancient Hawaiian practice of Ho'oponopono. In this sacred place, we'll explore deep healing, self-forgiveness, and the release of generational pain. I think we can all relate to that. While awakening at the same time the truth that you are more than enough and you were born for this. So come reconnect with your inner wisdom, clear old patterns, and step into a life aligned with love, grace, and miracles. Thank you. Saturday, August 2nd, from 9 to 3. See you there.
Good morning. I'm Bob Mosai.
Hey, Bob.
You're awake. So I have the rest of your announcements, and if you have any questions about these or anything you've heard so far, please go to our website at universalspiritcenter.org for all your answers. So, Animated Laughter with Feelings workshop will be Thursday, July 31st with Joel Varensky. Is Joel here? No. So see Joel or myself at the Yes table later for more information. So August 3rd is what? First Sunday of the month. Potluck. Right. So we're asking you not to bring only food, but bring a friend. Last month we had some awesome food and some new friends. So again, that's August 3rd. And we're looking for volunteers to help. There's a lot of setup ahead of time and during. So if you could sign up, see me or at the Yes table, sign up. So, speaking of gay people, what do you call a line of people, gay people, lined up at a gay bar? An LGBTQ. And it ain't no straight line either.
Good morning. My name is Kathleen. I'm with Racial Equality Project here at USC, and I also have another announcement about a flea market that we're doing. Weekend of August 16th, we have volunteer opportunities to help set up, and if you would like to bring things to sell, you can buy a table for $10. It's from 9, so that's a Saturday. It's August 16th, a Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Sunday, August 17th, after the gathering till 2. So if you're interested, please sign up at the Yes table. And now our history. Unbreakable pride and unshakable power. The San Diego Pride Festival is a celebration of diversity, inclusion, and the LGBTQIA community. The festival features 5 stages of live entertainment, including music, dance, and drag performances. There are community resources and booths where you can learn more about local LGBTQIA organizations, services, and support. That was yesterday. And today. Oh, it's all weekend. That's right. It's all weekend. Beautiful. Okay. Here's our prayer. I'll say a line, and you can repeat the line. Divine light that binds us all.
Divine light that binds us all.
We come together as one.
We come together as one.
Knowing that in our shared humanity
Knowing that in our shared humanity
lies the essence of our strength.
lies the essence of our strength.
May we see the beauty in our diversity
May we see the beauty in our diversity
and let equality flow like a river,
and let equality flow like a river,
touching every heart and lifting every voice.
touching every heart and lifting every voice.
And so it is.
Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you. All right, beautiful. So I invite you to stand. And behind you is a camera. Let's welcome all of our online community, our virtual community. Thanks for being part of us. Thanks for joining us. Stay standing and welcome each other to Universal Spirit Center.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm live.
I know all of us are just getting our gay on this morning. I mean, right? If you're into that. This is Universal Spirit Center. You know what else is today, too? As an aside, it's National Ice Cream Day. Right? No calories today. Absolutely not. So we do. I don't know about you guys, but like it's part of my family history. Like ice cream. So we got to do our share today. Not only to be prideful, but be ice cream full. Right? So with that said, with love in our hearts and ice cream soon to be in our bellies later, let's get comfortable in our chairs. And as we do that, my name is Christine Thompson. I'm one of the many practitioners here. And so for those of you who are new here today, thank you for being here. And what's going to happen is I'm going to read, and then Darmini is going to join us from the ethers of Texas. And she's going to read in Spanish what I'm going to say in English. And then when that's done, TJ is going to do his thing. And then I'm going to do the gong. And then we're going to go in silence, and Linda's going to play. And we're going to pray. And we're going to get real quiet. Because isn't that the invitation this morning? Is to be with what is happening. So let's just take a deep breath in then, okay? And let's feel our feet on the ground and allow our chairs to meet us and support us. And if it feels really yummy to close your eyes, do that too. And we're going to do one more breath together. So our reading this morning is from the Book of Love and Creation, channeled through Paul Selig. And Paul says, you don't have to struggle. You can allow. Allow, allow, allow. And then the transformation comes so rapidly that you don't have to worry about it. The time you spend worrying about what will happen is time that is wasted. It has never gained you anything except that you create from your worry. And then you have to contend with those structures that you have created.
En la lectura en español del libro del amor y la creación, canalizado por Paul Selig. No tienes que esforzarte, simplemente déjalo fluir. Que fluya, fluya, fluya. Y así la transformación llega tan rápidamente que no tienes de qué preocuparte. El tiempo que pasas preocupándote por lo que podría pasar es tiempo perdido. Nunca te ha aportado nada más que lo que creas con tu preocupación. Y luego tienes que lidiar con las estructuras que has creado.
I am so loved. I am so loved. I am so loved. I am so loved. Sing that with me. I am so loved. I am so loved. I am so loved. I am so loved.
allow, allow, and allow. The transformation is indeed already happening. In this breath, which is ever infinite, which is God, which is spirit, which is all the things, which is happening everywhere and all places, and especially here in this moment. So in the breathing into that space, in the breathing into this sacred and holy space that I am, that each of us is, I know that we are indeed anchored and allowing that one holy breath that is God to move in and as and through each of us. So here in this time and place and space together as Universal Spirit Center, as the Spirit, as the universal space that is all of us, I know and have deep gratitude for the collective, for the coming together, that we have created a space that we get to truly be an allowance for our whole selves, for our loving self, for the loving presence that we are, for the equality, for the acceptance, for the giving and the love that takes place here together as Universal Spirit Center. And I know that we transform all of life itself as we are an allowance with each other for our own transformation. That what we've created here with all the hands and hearts through the volunteers and Reverend Keverin's magical words and TJ and the band, that the space itself that is holy, that is sacred, is all of us. That what we do here absolutely matters. And so in gratitude and thanksgiving for the allowance and the acceptance and the radiance and the ground that we all are, and especially for the love that is taking place here, it transcends all things everywhere. So join me in this knowing as we anchor together in love. And as we say, and so it is.
How y'all feeling? We're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna kind of up the ante here. Ready? Okay. Usually I get very serious at this point. We're gonna do a little tweet here. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Yeah. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. I rise up this morning, smiled at the rising sun. 3 little birds pitched on my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melody pure and true, singing, this is my message to you. You know the words, come on. And don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Hercules knows that for sure. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Yeah. Rise up this morning, smiled at the rising sun. Three little birds stand on my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melody pure and true, saying, "This is my message to you." Singing, "This is my message to you." Last time. Singing, "This is my message to you." Come on, give them that message, Brad.
I told you he's cool, right? It's so cool. Thanks so much for being here, TJ. So they're setting up my props here. Last week they set up this chair, and I forgot to sit in it. Did you notice that? I paid for it later, but... So there's some sobering thoughts about getting old. They're sober. So first off, there's something that you remember and you realize, oh my God, that was 30, 40, 50 years ago, right? Like graduating from high school or college or graduate school, meeting someone. So I had this experience this last week in that I have a buddy that I've known for over 30 years. I'm like, gosh, how old were we when we met? And we've kept in contact all these years. And we kind of have bonded together over the spiritual path. So we really support each other in our spiritual journey. We did it 30 years ago, and we just kind of continue. Called each other a couple times a week and just support each other. So that's what we do. So he called me this last week, and he was just going through a tough time. He was struggling with some health issue and finance issues, and was just struggling. You know, he didn't feel inspired. He felt a little hopeless. And I'm listening to him. How many of you have felt that way? Uninspired, tired, kind of hopeless? So when he was talking about it, I thought of two thoughts. It's the human condition. And we were born for the human condition. We weren't born somehow not to be human. We're born to be human. And so I thought about those times in which I have felt, uninspired or tired or not knowing which way to go or just frustrated. And I will tell you, as a minister, as someone who's been on a spiritual path for a number of years, I feel some guilt around that sometimes. I feel like I should be beyond feeling tired or, uninspired, right? I remember, though, I am born for this. And if I don't acknowledge these times in my life, somehow I rise above the human condition, which is not what we were born for. We're anchored and should be anchored in the human condition. And then we bring open hearts, our awareness of the divine in our human condition. And that's how transformation happens, right? So when my friend was talking about just feeling tired and kind of frustrated and uninspired, I had an image. I've been doing a lot of backpacking over the years. You know, you get on a pack, get in the wilderness, and you go, right? And I've been out anywhere from 3 days. My longest was 21 days. And so some of those have involved climbing mountaintops, climbing peaks, climbing and then descending, especially in the Sierras. So when my friend was talking, I was imagining about feeling kind of tired and frustrated. I imagined those times in which I'm on a long hike in the wilderness, right? Maybe preparing to scale a path, right? And getting to a camp and just feeling exhausted. Feeling tired and exhausted on the journey. And during those times, I've thought, what can I do between now and we get up and we backpack again? Can I do to recharge myself? What can I do to take self-care, to be open again to the inspiration, to be open again to getting a sense of the direction for our lives. So that's an image that came to me, right? There's another idea that I had. When one backpacks 5, 10, 20 days out, right? When one does that, it's really important to determine what we're leaving behind, because you take in that pack, you carry in that pack everything that you'd use, and you certainly don't want 1 ounce in that pack that you don't need, because it weighs you down. And when you're out 10, 20, 7, 10, 20 days, when you're doing a pass, you don't want to be weighted down. You don't want extra weight. So I did a backpack through the Sierras. It was 19 days, and I remember we happened to stop at at a post office to get food, halfway into and I sent home like a cup and a pair of underwear. Because I'm like, I'm not carrying this anymore. I'm not much, but every ounce counts. Every ounce counts. So I have to tell you, so the JMT, John Muir Trail, is about 21 days north to south. You start at Yosemite and come down to Whitney. Well, there's also the PCT, which is from the border of Mexico up to Canada. So the JMT, the John Muir Trail, takes about 21-ish days. 21-ish days to go from Yosemite Valley to Whitney. The PCT, Pacific Crest Trail, takes 4 months, because you go from the border of Mexico up to the border of Canada. So when we did the John Muir Trail, going down 21 days from north to south, the PCTers, as we call them, they look like the apocalypse happened, and they're the people in the apocalypse movies. But they start south to north. So we pass them. We pass the people that are going up to the Canadian border. So it's funny, one time we met about 4 guys that were going north as we're coming south, and they looked at our packs and they started laughing, because we had these big old packs, because we were out like 21 days. They were out 4 months, and their packs were half our size, because they knew what 4 months would do of taking a pack. So what we take on the journey has the potential to wear us down. So we've been talking the last few weeks about accepting ourselves. We've been talking about loving ourselves. One of the things that we carry around, see if this isn't true for you, that really weighs us down or tires us or makes us uninspired is shame and guilt. Shame and guilt about who we are, or what we've done, or what we haven't done. And that weighs us down in the journey. It weighs us. It keeps us from having an open heart where we feel connection and love for everyone, right? Because we're so caught up in the shame and the guilt that it was my fault, or I should be someone other than who I am. So I have a close friend who suddenly, we're friends for a few years, and suddenly this person kind of stopped talking to me, got really angry. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, nothing. They kind of blew it off, but they just kind of left my life. And I was left with trying to figure out what happened, and had a lot of kind of unforgiveness with this person. Like, what happened? You don't talk to me? We don't work this out? What's going on? So I did around this the Ho'oponopono exercise that Borghill talked about earlier. The Ho'oponopono exercise is about self-forgiveness. It's about moving down below. I'm going to sit down so I don't regret standing the whole time. It's about moving below the guilt and the shame that we carry. The only thing that moves us down from the guilt and the shame that we carry is self-forgiveness. That's what does it, right? Thank you. And I have found this Ho'oponopono exercise, which I want to take you through, a real way to move through the guilt and the shame that we carry. And it doesn't matter if it's about who we are or what we've done or what we haven't done. It doesn't matter if it happened when we were a child or yesterday. None of that matters. But it's a great process to move to a sense of self-forgiveness, to let things go so that we can feel a real open heart. So I'm going to take you through what I went through with this person. So when I entered the Ho'oponopono, I had a bunch of accusation and judgment and anger with this person. It's their fault. They did this. What's wrong with them, right? Because that's where the blame should go. It shouldn't stay with ourselves. It should go to the other person. And we certainly shouldn't look at ourselves. We should look at someone else. Isn't it more comfortable to look at someone else? You know, at times when I'm doing marriage counseling, couples counseling, right? It's funny how a partner may know so well what's wrong with their partner, but kind of clueless about what's going on with themselves. It's just better to concentrate on someone else. And that specifically shows the degree in which we're out of sync with ourselves. We're out of sync with how the divine is moving through us. So the first step for me in the Ho'oponopono was an awareness that this has nothing to do with that person. So my focus needed to come to me, which is a big thing, to look at ourselves in our reactions or judgments, not out there other folks. So I looked at myself and thought, well, obviously I must have done something wrong for this person to react this way. So my first level of the Ho'oponopono was self-accusation, and I tapped right into shame and guilt. Tapped right into it, right? That somehow I must be wrong about this. As I stayed with the Ho'oponopono practice, am I saying it right? Ho'oponopono. Okay, the forgiveness exercise that we're doing in in 2 weeks. That's what we're doing. So as I got into the practice, what happened for me was I went right down below the shame and the guilt. I moved down below it. I moved beyond that. And what I found was loving presence. That's what I found. I found a loving presence that was calling me to this work for healing. And it was beyond and bigger than whatever was going on with this person. This person, the universe set it up. Doesn't matter what got me there. But the ability to go below the shame and the guilt that we feel, we tap into the experience of love. When we are there, we no longer have the need for the story. He did this, she did that, they're this way, they're that way. We don't have that need. The story dissipates. Because as Ernest Holmes, the founder of our philosophy, says, there's one story always going on. Only one story. The divine unfolding. And everything else is drama. Consider that. The divine is unfolding. That's the story. Everything else is drama. So I forgot to say something that when I want to go back to that first level where I was in a state of accusation with this person, right? They did this wrong. They did that wrong. That's where our nation is today, isn't it? We're finding the scapegoat. We're finding the group of people that are making us uncomfortable. And we're banning them or sending away or whatever we can. This is the absolute least amount of spiritual process. The absolute least. It's the absolute surface. It's someone else's fault. It has nothing to do with me. And it's a spiritual life that calls us into this deep work. So what I find in myself is the degree that I do have judgment or accusation or blame out there is the degree that I've moved from the experience of love in myself. I've moved from there. I've moved somewhere else. And the degree that I'm in accusation or judgment is the degree that I step out of the flow of spirit, of love in my life. I move away from it. And I find the way back is self-forgiveness. It's moving below the guilt, below the shame, into the inner experience of love. And that's the call. So the universe will set up for us all sorts of characters. All sorts of characters. So that we get triggered, we have reaction, we have anger and judgment with the call to go within and to deal with it. So I really invite you, this forgiveness exercise method that Borghild is doing is probably one of many, but a very powerful message to move below the shame, the guilt, the unforgiveness into an experience of forgiveness of ourselves. Because, right, that's where it all starts. That's where it all starts. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. Let's take a deep breath. And just take a moment and let's surface any sense of maybe feeling shame or guilt, maybe unforgiveness of yourself for who you are, maybe for who you aren't, maybe for what you've done or haven't done. Just with an open heart, let that energy just come up. Breathe into your heart. Keep your heart open. Michael Singer, author of Untethered Soul, says, no matter what, keep your heart open. And imagine yourself moving beyond the shame and guilt. Just letting it go. Just imagine that. Who would you be? How would you be without the shame and the guilt that you carry? And imagine yourself being carried by a river, the flow of life, carrying you, moving you into the flow of your life. Imagine yourself letting go of everything or everyone that keeps you stuck, that keeps you out of the flow. And just let go. Just let go. Let it be. Let it be. Allow. Just let go.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. When the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Yeah, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Y'all hear that spirit? Come on. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Yeah, let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Yeah, let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
TJ Moss. So Kathy, we have Kathy come up. Come on up, Kathy Stewart. Hi.
Oh, it's so bright. Good morning, everybody. My name is Kathy Stewart, and I would like to share with you a little bit about myself and why I support the center through conscious giving. My good friend Stephanie invited me to come with her to the center about 2 years ago, and I knew the minute that I walked in the door that I was home. I was greeted by Beth and Jim with open arms and the best hugs ever. And then I met Debbie, I know she's here somewhere, who made me a name tag and hugged me with genuine love and affection that I found what I didn't know I was looking for. Since then, I drive from Alpine, about a 40-minute drive every Sunday. Stephanie and I come to the center, and then we go to lunch. Then the next thing I know, I'm taking the foundations class, even though I made excuse after excuse why I couldn't take the foundations class. It was at night, it was dark. I don't drive in the dark, it's a long way. Well, I did drive in the dark. I could drive in the dark. Then from that class, I met friends. I met Bonnie. I met many others. And now tomorrow night, I go to my first home group. The beginning of the month, I went to Rise Up. I was invited by Beth. And Rodney, I don't know if Rodney's here, but Rodney told me last week that I'm like a lotus blossom. I'm opening up. So that is why I'm giving. I'm giving consciously. I started giving the first day I walked in the door. I give electronically, which makes life easy. I have my bank write a check every month. And it's very easy to contact the bank and say, increase it by 10%. And I've done that over and over again. Then I jumped on the $8.50 bandwagon, and that was fun. So, an affirmation: I give and receive graciously as an extension of my belief in the abundance of life and as an act of love. Love and you will be loved. Extend joy and you will become joyful. The ancient Talmud says, God will doubly guide the already guided. And Jesus said, if you give, you will receive. Your gift will return to you in full measure, pressed down, shaken together, to make room for more and running over. Whatever measure you use in giving, it will be used to measure what is given back to you. So that is why I give. Thank you.
God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God is me everything. Let's sing about peace. Peace is my source, peace is my power, peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, peace gives me everything I need. How about that joy? It's my source, joy is my power, joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, joy gives me everything I. You know we gotta sing about love. Come on, y'all. Love is is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need.
So if everybody would extend your hands, and I wish Kathy were up here still so I could borrow some of her words. So let's know this together. As we breathe in and know that abundance, that exquisiteness, that grace, that love, that peace that is right here in these baskets, not only keep the lights on here at Universal Spirit Center and all the wonderful things that are happening here, but all of this extends out into the community and in the world. So know this and anchor it with me as we say together, and so it is.
God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. Come on, y'all. And my thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. Peace is my source, peace is my power, peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, peace gives me everything I need. Joy is my source, joy is my power, joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, joy gives me everything. Come on, love, one more time, y'all, love it. Love is my source, love is my power, love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, love gives me everything I need. Yeah.
TJ Moss.
Good to be back.
So, Julian, do you have anything to say? We're putting on a play. So, Julian, come forward so they can just see who you are. This is Julian. He's the director of a play that we're putting on at the center. So come see him. Yeah, I talked the last 2 weeks. So I guess he's done talking, but see him. Okay, so Linda, let's play. So join hands. Take a deep breath. So feel the hands that you hold. Just take a moment. Feel the love that's moving through us here this morning. Open your hearts to the experience of love. Just let it be. Just let it be. So right where we are is a divine awakening that is happening. There's a divine awakening to be had by each one of us. So we open to it. We let it move through us into our lives. Let's know this together as we say. And so it is.
I am happy, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am whole, I am happy, I am healthy, I am... Does it look like I'm faking it, you all? Come on. I am happy, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am whole, I am happy, I am healthy, I am wealthy. So sing hallelujah to something, whatever you got. Sing hallelujah to my eyes, hallelujah to my nose, because it smells the things that I need to smell. Sing hallelujah to my hair, hallelujah to my jeans, because I don't want to be naked in front of y'all right now. That would be embarrassing. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am whole. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am whole. So sing hallelujah to my eyes,
Sing.
so I can dry that night.
Sing.
That's right. 'Cause I gotta get to where I'm going. Sing hallelujah to my soul. Hallelujah to my heart that keeps on thumping, thumping. 'Cause everything is like I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am whole. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am whole. 'Cause I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am whole. I'm doing my best, Gino, y'all. I'm doing my best. How about this band? How about Rev Kev? Making it all happen, y'all. Go shine out there. Bring the light wherever you're going. Peace.